Ah, shit.
There we have it.
God damn, that was a beautiful episode.
Gosh, that pull. I knew what was going to happen and it still pulled at my heartstrings. Oh my gosh, that was so good.
The emotion. Oh, the characters. Oof. Moonracer. Oh, I almost cried when Moonracer was crying.
The crying was so good.
Mhm.
Yeah, the acting and the voice acting, it's all super well. And
Solid,
you could
man.
you can feel it. You could feel it. You really got into it.
Yeah.
So great.
I'll be really honest. Since I haven't been on Discord in a while, I haven't watched episode 1. But after watching that, I'm gonna watch episode 1 like right now because that was really fucking good.
No, like that's what I had to do before I jumped in here. Like I made sure I had enough time to watch episode 1 before jumping in here.
I saw the text to join the stream and I was like, episode 2? Well, wait a minute. I was like, yeah, I'll just join in.
Oh yeah, you want to watch episode 2 too. So.
That was really good though. That was really good.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was.
Episode 1's really intense with like all the craziness that's going on, and then episode 2 like really digs into the heartstrings of it. Oh my gosh, it was so perfect.
Nice. I love who voices Moonracer?
Her name is, well, on the credits it's Oxwad, but in the server her name is Vicarious Vibrato.
They
God.
did. She's really good. That whole crying scene, and I love the use of the "What a Wonderful World." I love that cover. That fits so well at the end.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wanted specifically that song because it reflects the world that we're diving into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just realized that the Decepticons were not even in this episode.
No. This episode 1 was more. If you look at the thumbnails for each episode, you can tell where the main like focus are. So like episode 1 had Megatron in the thumbnail, meaning the Decepticons were the main focus of that episode. And then episode 2 we have Windblade, as this is the diving into the detective storyline. And yeah.
And since the Decepticons weren't in it, it just leaves you room to wonder what it is that they're planning.
Exactly.
And keep in mind that the council members have agreed to put the blame on them, even though they didn't do it.
Right.
Oh,
Well,
So
we don't know if they did it. Granted, if you've read the script, you know, but I haven't. So, and don't forget about Moonracer. She had a voice in her head. So
Yeah.
Good.
What do you?
what was that?
What are your theories for that?
So
And
either
what?
either Unicron, or it would be that she's the one who killed Preceptor. But then again, there came the whole wearing a cape. So could be someone else we've seen before or haven't seen yet.
She has an older ego, or Unicron, like you said.
Maybe she's like a makeshift triple changer type of character, you know?
We don't know what Deep is yet.
Interesting. I mean, Deanna and I already know, but because we were
Obviously,
the writers.
I'm
So.
very happy my camera isn't on because I'm just like smiling like a fool, being like, "What? Theorizing."
You know, if we had our cameras on, I think we'd just give it away instantly.
Oh, I currently have the scripts up in front of me, just making sure I don't accidentally say a part from one of the other episodes.
Yeah, that would be bad. Don't
I'm being very careful.
How many episodes are in this season? Like 6?
Well, 10.
Oh, 10. Oh.
Nice.
We've had the series written for a while, and we managed to get it all the way up to 10 episodes. It's like, ooh, nice, a decade number.
Cool.
Perfection.
Yeah, I was going to say that for the second episode, it was a bit on the tame side, but now knowing that there's 10 episodes, it's like, okay, it makes sense for it to be a bit more tame, so that you actually can have that slow build of leading up to the final few episodes.
Yeah,
And
I think
you're gonna get
and
to really know these characters. That's the beauty of there being so many episodes. Every single one of these characters are really flushed out, and they are very multidimensional.
Mhm.
Nice.
So we're gonna see these characters develop, and we're gonna see these arcs going on.
Very much so.
Spectre and Decepticons.
Nice.
Okay, hold up, give me a second. So, I just want to quickly ask, is everyone like okay with like that recap at the start? Was it in a good enough format?
Oh yeah, I
for everyone
liked
to
it.
understand.
I had to leave during the recap because I thought I had something to do, but never mind, I didn't have anything to do, so I came back.
That's fine. What do you think of Windblade's character so far? Since she is the face of the series, but she isn't really like the only main character. We have like Moonracer, Megatron, and I'll say Moonracer, Megatron, and Windblade are the main characters of this series. But what were your thoughts on Windblade this episode? I'm sure Deanna's
She
gonna
was
love
good.
this.
I really liked her. I liked.
And Deanna, you voiced her, right? You're
I
the
do.
voice.
Yes.
You
I'm
did
proud of
really
voicing her.
good,
Oh,
Dina.
yeah.
You did really good.
Thank you
I
very
love
much.
the job.
You're welcome.
Thank
I like
you.
when you're
Yeah.
analyzing the whole crime scene.
Those lines were very fun to record. I've always wanted to voice a detective character, but most of the characters that I've had the pleasure of voicing don't really do that. So when Vern came to me with this script and this idea, and he's like, "I want you to be in it and write it," I was like, "Oh, this is going to be great," because I love crime shows.
Oh, you
So
wrote
I
it?
got to.
Oh
Yeah, I'm one of the writers and executive producers as well.
Oh, awesome.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got to use all of my crime show knowledge.
That's awesome. That's good.
Awesome.
That reminds me, I need to look at the potentiality scripts since I'm going to be one of the writers. I need to look for those episodes.
Yeah, the writer for episode 2 is still working on it. So, anyways, now that I'm on my iPad, I'm just skipping through each scene, trying to see what we can talk about. What are your thoughts on the police dynamic, like the scene where we have Ricochet and Windblade, bantering?
I thought that was sweet. I like that.
Yeah. And I've never we never seen like any personality development for Ricochet in the modern media. It's good to see that in this series. She has a rival with this douchebag. This douchebag that got a bigger promotion than her. And can't wait to see what he does in the series. I could maybe he won't be that big of a character, but
well,
who knows?
if you're introducing a character that is the rival to particularly a main character, you want them. They don't have to be permanent, but you need them. You would want them to be present in key moments. So right now he's just a dick, and it's like, okay, so this guy's just unlikable. There's nothing that makes me go has more character depth at the minute. So my predictions are this character is just going to be a major thorn on Windblade's side, or has a little bit more development that shows that, yeah, total dick, but does actually have the ability to get the job done, so works with Windblade to do things. So that's what I'm thinking of right now.
Interesting.
Have I got anything right? Do I get points?
I think you get a lot.
Lips are sealed.
Fair news.
Now I'm on my iPad. I'm at the council scene. Thoughts on not only the confrontation between the conflict between Sentinel, Cogman, and Starscream versus Optimus and Alita.
It felt for me very lopsided. It's like, I propose the Decepticons did it. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. And then the other two are just kind of going, hang on a minute. And then the voting seemed kind of very... How do I say this without getting myself in trouble? Seemed very forced. If that makes any sense.
You know, I get what you mean.
I would say tense.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
guess
Yeah.
you're either aiming for a whole idea of the council just completely implodes in on itself because you've got 3 against 2, and with neither of the 1-3, neither of the guys in the 3 are willing to give a counter proposal when they're having those major issues. It's like, okay, so we're either going to have just total backlash between the other 2, which would make sense because just blaming an entire group is going to get you nowhere, or it's going to lead to like other members dying in questionable ways. So
we'll
instead of like,
say. Yeah,
yeah,
go on. Sorry.
no, so it's like instead of the council just walking away from each other, like they're going to start pointing fingers at each other.
By
Type of
pointing fingers, what do you mean by that?
pointing fingers at each member in the room. So it's like, hang on a minute, we're one of the very few who have access to, let's say, Perceptor, seen as Perceptor's now dead. When we know some of us are capable of, killing each other. So let's say, for argument's sake, Sentinel did it. I mean, he's big enough to look like he has wings, so
And
it would.
Starscream has wings.
Starscream also has wings. Yeah, it would Starscream's always the sneaky type, so it would make sense, but that's too obvious. So
Mm-hmm.
if I had to say a council member's doing it, I would say Sentinel. But if I had to be a bit more precise, I'd say it's someone we haven't seen yet, who's actually like.
Yeah.
I like that theory. I like that.
I'll let
So
others
why
talk now. I'm
like
saying too much.
no, so like this scene is setting up Optimus's and Alita's storyline in this series.
Mhm.
So that's why it feels like it's brushed on a bit quicker than you'd think it would take. But just because this scene is just a setup for the bigger storyline that is being extruded from said scene.
Mhm.
So that's why it might feel like a little forced. It might feel like they blame someone too quickly. But that's really like the whole point, because in reality, governments are corrupt and they tend to put blame on people before they can explain themselves. It's not even just applied to the government. It can be to anyone. So like, we want to explore the storyline of how a government must take drastic actions in order to protect not only themselves but society, but more so themselves.
They've taken a major hit at this point, and so to the public, they have to do something in order to show that they're not weak. And so it's interesting if you put yourself in the mindset of the counselors. This is more my question to you guys. What would you guys do if you were in the other counselors' shoes? Would you agree with blaming the Decepticons, or do you think you'd try to be more like Alita and try to find the true culprit?
Oh, I would be like Alita.
Try to find
Like Alita.
Alita. Definitely Alita.
that just
detectives do their job.
that just proves that no one is on Sentinel's side right now. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have a little theory about one of the councilmen.
Yep.
Hogman.
So yeah, Cogman, he's a headmaster, and the scrapped idea in the last night was that he was going to take Nitro's body, which is a winged bot,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it was Cogman.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe he took someone's body, flew around, and yeah.
I feel Cogman hasn't had enough development to be able to point fingers at him.
True, but a little hunch.
He is voiced by my buddy Andy, and Andy likes playing the bad guys. So I don't know, maybe.
And just remember, it is only episode 2. There's 8 more.
Exactly.
So you'll
Yeah,
see.
We can't say that. But now that we're just talking about this, like now I'm thinking, like, one of those 3 are the suspects. Like they
So
killed Perceptor. Who knows?
all of your guys' theories is that it's one of the council members that are to blame.
I still say it could be Moonracer. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So one, council members. Two, um,
Let's do a tier
Cyclonus.
list. Who's more sus?
Yeah, you gotta
Cyclonus is
do
in the
all
end.
those rankings that were happening on Reddit. Who is most sus and give them all funny names.
Exactly.
It is
Captain
interesting that
Mayhem.
everyone is immediately suspecting members of the council. That's very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy one to go for. That's why.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Sentinel literally
would
just
like-
said, "Oh, let's just blame the Decepticons," just like right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't confirm, of course, but
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait and see it until future episodes.
No, ruin
I
it
would
now.
but staying on the council, how do you feel? Because we've got that scene with Alita and not Cockman, Chrome Dome. How do you feel Alita will, like, what action do you think Alita will take in order to prove, or at least confirm, that the Decepticons aren't behind it? Because I'm not. They might be. They might be, but they might
Undercover,
not be.
maybe.
Yeah.
Kill the
Maybe
She'll
she'll
go
go
and talk to
undercover,
Megatron.
or maybe she'll talk to one of the Decepticons, like Megatron. Who knows?
Maybe
It's a good theory.
She'll
a
kill
game
Sentinel.
theory. No. Wait.
Okay, seeing as you said that, here's a
Yes.
wild theory. She's going to transform and drive off a cliff and just hope that she'll just randomly land on the person who did it and be like, haha, I caught you.
Just transforms into the council tower and like yeet,
Yeah.
and lands on Bumblebee. Oh, you're the culprit.
Oh no,
And-
they figured it out. Oh no.
They always return
I mean-
to the scene of the crime.
I won't confirm, like, your theory about Sentinel being the thing, but if you remember, Sentinel says the line, "Everyone has a dark side, even those that promote peace." Thoughts on that line?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
could be
maybe
talking about himself.
flashbacks.
He could be talking about it since, like, he was a major dick back then to like Megatron and the other Decepticons and the miners.
So
Yeah,
Sentinel's
he
willing.
would've learned.
Sentinel's willing to do what he wants to get what he wants. So
Mhm.
the idea of him having his friend who can't use their transformation cog, it's like, this is the most important thing to me, and everyone else can burn as far as I'm concerned. Like that, I wouldn't put that past as his character at all.
That
Yeah.
kind of reminds me of Joel and what's
Ellie?
the girl's name? Yeah, Lily
Ellie.
from The Last of Us. Yeah,
Ellie, not Ellie.
Ellie. There, sorry. Kind of reminds me of that relationship. It's like, it seems like Sentinel really cares for Moonracer, and he'll do what he can to like protect her.
Yeah, that's what I was
Just
going
like
to ask
Joel.
next.
Mm.
We in episode 1, we for those who've watched it, we got introduced to Sentinel and Moonracer, and some of you said that you find their dynamic interesting, and you see Sentinel as a father figure to Moonracer. Now that he's keeping secrets from her, how do you think that dynamic will change?
Oh,
Well, you keep secrets from a loved one, and it typically makes them hate you.
it makes a big impact.
Mhm.
Like, you'll lose their
I mean,
trust.
Yeah, she's already upset.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I thought Moonraker was like a captive or something.
A captive?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, in a sense, because she said herself, if she goes out and people find out what she is, she's going to get totally maimed anyway. So it's like she's a prisoner of her
captive in
own.
her own mind.
Yeah.
Like, you can
But-
tell, like, she's not even permitted to leave the building and shit. So she's
But
kind
do
of
you
a
think Sentinel keeping her inside is good for her?
No,
is it
not
bad?
really. No, 'cause,
Typically
like,
not.
I kind of relate it to like a Magneto Lorna situation, if anybody knows X-Men.
Wait, Magneto and who?
Lorna.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
can
a
see that.
Rapunzel type situation, to be honest.
So you all
It's like
feel that Sentinel and the relationship with Moonraker is more malicious rather than protective?
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like
I
it,
feel like
yeah.
it's overprotective. Like I said,
Yeah,
like
she's
more
yeah,
might think of
he's
Lorna.
very overprotective.
I mean, if you go with
Yeah.
the father figure idea, then yeah, he would be very overprotective. But the thing is, she's the one who said, if I go outside, I'll be killed. He didn't say that. In fact, he was the one trying to push her. It's like, no, no, just be who you are and you'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Now the scene that lots of you picked up, the voice inside Moonracer's head. Some of you said Unicron, some of you said an alter ego.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think that voice is? Like, the voice said, find the surgeon. What do you think that means?
Um,
Um,
a doctor. The voice is definitely talking about a doctor. I don't want to say the name because, like, I don't know. It's definitely not Red Alert, but maybe like this voice is just like telling her, like, oh, this surgeon could possibly help you because, like, these doctors,
Yeah.
like, they're just lying to you. Like, they're not even trying.
Yeah, I could go one of two ways that way, or if she is the killer, find the surgeon to kill him. Um,
Mm-hmm. The voice may sound crazy, but it could be like a conscience. Who knows? Like,
Ah, this might be a dumb thing. Maybe Shockwave, something like that. I don't know, because he does like he's not like a doctor, but like he does like make um people, because
oh
he's a
yeah, and he is a
scientist.
scientist, so
Yeah, scientist and doctor could be the same thing on Cybertron.
yeah, not Perceptor because he's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
We'll just wait and see the next episode.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said like, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see until the next episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not enough info, need more.
Yeah, because like we just discovered this voice, so.
I mean, there were hints to it in episode 1 when she was, like, sleeping. She had, like, those
Oh, was
visions.
it? Oh, I forgot.
mhm.
We didn't hear the
I haven't,
voice.
I haven't watched that in so long, to be honest.
No, that's fine, Derek.
It's been a while
Maybe,
since
maybe,
Guess
episode
maybe
that
one.
means you need to do a rewatch. Ta-da!
I might,
I should have.
maybe
I,
should have
As
added
well.
that to it.
I should
Watch
have.
up the one for the first time.
Yeah, I should have rewatched episode 1 in the morning while I was preparing for this.
The I would say the most emotional scene of the episode, which is the Moonracer and Sentinel scene. Well, it's the second scene with Moonracer and Sentinel. Thoughts on that one?
I started laughing.
What?
What?
That was a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
You good?
No, I'm joking.
Give me a minute.
Yeah. Oh,
So mean. Why would you say that? Oh, good post. So yeah, it was definitely the strongest scene in the episode. Gets you
Yeah.
gives you a bit more world building as to why, um, as to how their relationship is functioning. Someone who's overprotective and someone who's feels very unsafe in the world they live in.
Mm-hmm. It is a nice contrast to the previous scene with them, where like Sentinel's like, "Oh, secrets," and then we got to this scene where he starts comforting her.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I'm just scrolling through quickly. What did you think of Sentinel's like speech to her? Like, he says like, Let me pull up the script quickly because I can't remember the full.
Oh, I literally
line.
just closed mine out. Shoot, I could have rolled it for you.
It's kind of episode 2.
I will say
Okay.
I'm loving all these theories. This is absolutely so fun to hear. So please keep them coming.
If we get any
kinda
correct,
want-
don't change them last second. Just let them be.
I kind of want the Moon Racer theory for her being the killer is the thing. So have that dual personality thing in the struggle.
It's a possibility, but I won't confirm it. Okay,
You can
so
neither confirm or deny.
We're so mysterious.
yeah, I'm gonna read out the line that Sentinel says, well, the paragraph Sentinel says as advice to Moonracer, because this mini paragraph that he says, I'll just say it's a big impact on the series. Okay, Sentinel says, "Not everything can be cured, Moonracer. Sometimes we just have to live with our faults. It doesn't matter how different you are. What matters is that you are you. If you stay true to yourself, then the world cannot stop you. The universe cannot stop you. You will do great things in the future, Moonracer. You will change the world. I know you will." Thoughts on that specific paragraph by Sentinel?
Soko.
I mean, again, it could be comforting or it could be guiding her to kill more.
Right? Trying to get her to trust him more and trying to
Yeah.
like build trust and then stab her in the back then at the end.
Maybe Sentinel knows about the voice and
Yeah.
is trying to like comfort her, so to keep
Harry.
her around. So then when he needs her for something,
Sorry I'm late.
No worries.
No worries.
I had a little
Um,
diverted.
A
but
little
yeah,
deviated.
she is a
Sorry.
deviant, so there's that fear from her and other deviants that the discrimination could be physical. So you kind of understand that, like, Sentinel's been around for a long time. I don't know what his current age is. I never actually thought of that. But he's been around a long time, and deviants have been around for a long time. So he somewhat understands the discrimination going towards Moonracer. But actually, here's a good question: what do you think caused the Transformers to have Deviations title of the series?
Roll,
My
Hmm.
question would be
roll credits.
my question would be like, I can't remember if it was in episode 1 because it's been a while, but do we know what deviants actually are?
Well, it hasn't been specifically stated, but it will be stated in the future about what they are, how they're created.
Mind
But
you, because the Deviations episode 1 was absolutely brilliant.
yeah,
Go
but
on.
I'll say, like, deviants are Transformers that have either special abilities or, well, I don't like to say like they're disability, but they are disabilities. So like Moonracer has a disability; she can't transform, and nothing can replace her T-Cog.
Mm.
Megatron is a deviant. He has the power to generate dark energy at his will.
Okay.
So that's what deviants are. How they're created would be explained in a future episode. But
Fair enough.
for now, what do you think causes the deviants to be a thing?
That's a very complicated question.
It would literally just be a random mutation that just happens in certain Transformers. No, Cybertronians to be
Presumably
exact.
be a side effect.
Side effect of what?
Energon mining, potentially.
Yeah, but that's kind of, it's also like a how do disabled people become disabled? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's the
Usually
exact
either
same question.
yeah, usually either a horrible injury or you're unfortunately just born like that.
Hmm.
It's not really an unfortunate thing, but thank you.
Presumably it'd be like paralyzed or something caused.
So
Okay.
would you describe these as curses or gifts as far as their deviations are concerned?
I say both.
I say both
I'd
as
say
well because I think
opportunity.
I'm with Jason.
Opportunity is nice.
You
That's a
can't
good.
say yes
That's a
or
good
no
one.
to that question. Like that's such a complicated question, especially when you. No, I don't know.
Because like Moonracer, like the deviation, like she can't transform, and she thinks that's a curse. For Megatron, with his dark energon power, he could use that for good, like in wars and like other stuff and shit. And it's a gift. That's a gift for him. But for Moonracer, it's a curse.
Well, I mean, yeah, for Moonracer, it's a massive hindrance, but
Mhm.
ignoring Megatron potentially being a bad guy thing, like you would have to think of what's the implications of Dark Energon. Like, does it have severe negative effects? Can it actually be
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
mined as a resource,
Right.
or is it so horribly toxic that it can't be used as a resource? Like, because typically when you put dark onto something, it typically means it's the negative of.
Mhm.
So it's like,
One question is like, do they know what dark energon is in this universe, or
that's a good,
no?
yeah, that's a good show.
Presumably the Dark Energon is like probably an anti-spark from the Great Unicron, but rumors like from Sentinel states that Primus defeated Unicron eons ago.
Well, they do know what Dark Energon is, but
Okay.
that's all I can really say. Actually, I was about to say something like,
Yeah. Don't spoil us.
yeah. Um, but yeah.
Though the information archives would be, I think, imagine if Deviation had put information of archive footage of what would happen during the Great Golden Age.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole deviant thing will be further explored through Moonracer's story. So that's
Yeah.
one thing to be excited about.
These are all
Um.
wonderful theories.
So moving on to the last scene, the what I'm going to subtitle it, the "What a Wonderful World" scene. As we progress through that song, like the song has meaning to the episode. After what Sentinel told Moonracer, she might have a different perspective on the view. After Alita has seen the council go blaming someone easily, she might have a different view on the world. Windblade, right now she might not have a different view because it's her job to investigate crime and all that. But
hmm
you'll see in the future. We see Alita walk into a room where Optimus is presumably waiting for her. What do you think's gonna happen now with them two?
Yeah, like they're gonna talk, chill, and maybe just make it. I'm kidding.
Probably devise a
Presumably
plan,
they have
like a do about Sentinel.
presumably Optimus and Alita will have a conversation at the moment.
I don't want to animate them kissing. Please, no. Don't make me do it.
How can you do that? He doesn't even have
Do
a
it.
mouth.
Do it. Do it.
They're probably worried about what the reaction's going to be when the Decepticons are falsely accused of murdering Perceptor.
Likely. For the Decepticon resistance, Megatron had planned something useful.
What do you
Though the
mean?
High Council had predicted what would happen.
Do you think the Decepticons are behind it, Harry?
I don't think the Decepticons were behind it. Presumably bounty hunters or scavengers.
Okay. That's a
Oh, I like the bounty hunter card.
completely different theory from the
Call it
rest.
a hunch, because perhaps Scourge, or should we say, he might be working with someone, or rather work alone, just like Lockdown.
Okay. Then we see it cuts to Moonracer, who has escaped from the tower. Where do you think her storyline's going next?
Definitely gonna try and figure out who killed Perceptor.
Yeah, find answer.
She's
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna find out who's behind all this and bring it into justice.
Follow the voice.
Mm-hmm. And I could tell, like, she's incredibly smart, and she'll definitely figure out by the time more council members are down. I'm kidding. um,
Yeah.
She'll definitely try and figure out who the detective is, no matter what. Because she is intelligent, she is smart, she's not stupid like the other guy. That's a dick to him, dick to her. um,
Wait, are you talking about Windblade?
yeah, Windblade. Yeah,
Okay, I was confused for a bit.
yeah.
But speaking of Windblade, we see her find that symbol that the murderer left on the wall, and then it cuts to a new character who will be introduced in episode 3, Cyclonus. What do you think his role is?
I reckon he's probably a technician or a navigator. I don't recall it.
I say he's probably ex-military. That's my theory.
But my question to you is, why was this his symbol on the wall?
Hmm.
And why is he in prison?
Um. Maybe. Again, I like to say Sentinel did it, but maybe Sentinel and him, like, had beef in the past, and like maybe he's blaming it on him or something. But that doesn't make sense because he's in prison. So it's tough to say because, like, we don't know. Like, we just don't know. We have to wait like till the next episode to see what, like, his symbol was at the wall.
I mean, just going off a
Maybe he'll
name.
give out a name. Like, he'll give out a name, and Wimbley could work with that.
What was someone else? I can't
Oh,
remember.
that's hard. I mean, just going off of names, like bad jokes incoming. But uh, first of all, I think it's ironic that the um Autobot named Perceptor was the first one to die. Like, you couldn't see that coming. But
Yeah. Mm.
um,
Like perception, I got it. That's nice. Very
yeah.
clever.
Um, and
Why did that
secondly,
take me so long to understand?
It took me a second too, and I'm like, wait, oh, I get it.
Why?
Mind you, because the S left on the wall reminds us something that Quilver left, like scorch marks, like he left it from Robots in Disguise. He always left the marks just in case he was here, or rather,
So
left a
I
clue.
will confirm that wasn't an S. That was actually a C. Hence why it's Cyclonus' mark.
Excellent.
But what were you going to say, Anthony?
Oh, and then about Cyclonus, like I agree, like he has like pertinent information. That's probably why he was jailed. But like again, name. He probably got jailed because he likes mixing stuff up. Because Cyclone.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So, next episode will follow. We'll continue with this investigation, and we'll see the introduction of Cyclonus. We're also gonna,
his backstory.
yeah, you'll get some information on his backstory. He is a mysterious character. He doesn't really share. He's kind of like Ricochet, just less annoying, less like a pain.
Hmm.
So he's an asshole.
Yes, But
I will say episode 3 is a very, very fun one. I think you guys are going to like it. It's probably one of my favorite episodes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Can't wait.
yeah, I'm halfway through filming. I just need to finish off some like sets and all that.
Awesome.
But speaking of episode 3, any theories for episode 3?
I'm thinking my theory, but it might be rusty, but Moonracer had to find someone who's responsible for Preceptor and death, and the council members had to discuss what was the next plan of action. One of the targets is next.
Anyone else have any theories?
I feel like Cyclonus might be like a red herring throughout the show. That may suspect him. So that's my idea. I don't know.
It turns out Sentinel is a deviant.
Oh,
Ooh.
What would his deviation be?
That he's a major dick. So I can't think. I literally can't think of anything he would be. So he's either a deviant who understands their plight but has been able to hide his defection, shall we say, or literally just someone who just cares for them and understands their plight.
So his deviation is hypocrisy. Got it.
I mean, if that's the case, then they're all deviants.
I mean, yeah. Or like his deviation could be throwing that voice into Moonracer's head.
Oh,
His
that'd be
manipulation
interesting.
powers.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
That would be very saucy.
Anything else? Any other theories?
I mean, because what better way to like throw people out than making one of the deviants who can't transform go out into the open. Like,
My neighbors are coming through. They're that loud. Hold on.
well,
I will say, like Diana said, episode 3 is pretty fun, especially with the dynamic. I mean, the introduction of Cyclonus and another introduction of a. We wrote him as a fan favorite character, but we've got Hotshot being introduced into episode 3.
Cool.
nice.
His introduction is pretty cool. He is a he's a bar singer,
Oh,
and he is voiced by Deanna's brother.
oh,
Yes, he is voiced by Stealthabot.
Cool.
Yes, I'm pretty sure you'll love his character. He's the in this dark series, he's the comedic relief because
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have
We
an
need it.
off-topic question. When
Yep.
will we start voicing for Apocalypse War 2?
oh
I
I
think
plan to
that's
start starting on it after what's the, I've completely forgot what the month
was a deviation or
I plan to start filming it in November and then releasing it in Christmas. So
Oh, nice.
should be getting the script for that soon. However,
Can't wait.
Orion hasn't responded, and I don't know if he'll return for Optimus, but
Oh, man.
We'll see.
yeah.
But anyone want to add anything else? Deanna, do you want to say any words?
I don't want to risk spoiling anything, so I'm just going to thank you all for coming. This was really, really fun for me. I've had the pleasure of getting to work on this project in so many different capacities that I don't get to do very often. So getting to hear everybody's theories and feedbacks on stuff that I got to help write was just so cool. And I am honored you guys are loving this so much, and I cannot wait to see your reactions to the rest.
I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait to see more of the show.
One more question: who's your favorite character right now?
I'll plug my
Ooh.
ears. It's okay.
I gotta watch it one before I make my final final
Fair enough.
opinion of that.
Fair enough.
Okay, well, actually, I am going to watch it right now. So I will see y'all later. It was awesome.
All
It was
right.
awesome. All right, bye, guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for
Bye-bye.
coming.
Yeah.
Bye.
But yeah, like Dion said, I'm glad that everyone enjoyed the episode. I'm thankful for the feedback that we got. Whilst it may feel like nothing has really happened, besides, well, Perceptor's death, of course, but I assure you that it's building up to something great, and I think you'll all enjoy it.
Again, seeing as you have 10 episodes, like having an episode that's more of a calm, slow-paced one is perfectly reasonable to have, especially if you're still introducing characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. Wait, first 4 episodes, I guess, set up the last 6.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember. I think so.
I think you're right with the pacing.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll get introduction to more characters. More story. The storylines will continue to delve in deeper. We'll explore deviants and all that. But yeah, I'm glad you all liked the episode. What time is it now? 6. Well, 6 here. The actual premiere is happening 3 hours from now, basically. So if you want to join, talk to people in the public, feel free to. You don't have to, especially since you've already watched it.
Don't worry, I set my reminder onto it, so I'm looking forward to tonight.
Thanks, man. So if no one has anything else to say, I think we can end it here.
Yeah, I think I get ready tonight to watch it. I must go. Waspinator's gonna kill me if he finds out.
Waspinator saw the episode
no.
before you do. I'm gonna spoil it.
This always happens. No.
Waspinator, spoil!
Oh, please.
Next time with my friend Dinobot. Come on, Dinobot, let's go.
Amazing.
If you say so, Rhinox. Better yet, we gotta get back.
Waspinator's gonna get the popcorn and see
I
the episode again.
I would save your voices for doing the lines later.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm just confused as to why we have like these. I'm just confused as to why we have all these.
And Rhinox and Dinobot.
I was about ready to bust into my black arachnia, but I don't feel like throwing my voice out because I have a recording session tomorrow.
Right then.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys. I'm looking forward to the next live chat.
Yeah, I'll be there. I don't know if I'll be in Discord at that time, but I might be. We'll see. It depends if I'm available at the time. But I'll be at the premiere. I just don't know if I'll be in Discord. Anyways, thank you guys for coming. I'll see you guys whenever the next thing is. It'll probably be Affinity episode 4, and then Deviations episode 3.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe Deviations episode 4 after that, since I'm filming episode 3 and episode 4 simultaneously, since they use the exact same locations. So.
Gosh.
Nice.
So you should be expecting Deviations episode 3 and 4.
So what you're saying is they're all connected.
Yes.
So,
but yeah. Again, thank you for joining. I'll see you guys later, or at the premiere, or another time.
I'll see you at the premiere on tonight. I'm looking forward to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're free to go.
That's it. See you, man.
Goodbye.
Carol.
It's been fun. Bye, guys.